So now we are good. All right. Yeah, we need to come that bad boy on up. All right, let me check one more time. And we are live.
Next thing, you'll be directing feature films,
Oh,
as
that'd be
well as starring in them.
starring in films. That'd be nice.
Yeah. What superhero would you be?
Superhero would I be? I don't know. That's a great. I never have that answer. I never had it. If I had a superpower, I think did we talk about it?
No, we've never talked about that. What superpower would you have?
My superpower would be to be invincible. I could pop in and pop out, not to be a bad invincible, just to pop in when I want it and disappear when I want it. Yeah. And also hear different little things too, but that could be a little bit, it could mess with you a little bit, You leave a place and leave a
Yeah.
room, and then,
Yeah.
yeah, that could be crazy. Yeah. What superpower would you have?
Oh, God. I almost think flying would be a good one. It would be really handy.
It would be
It would
handy.
be very useful.
Yeah.
But I also think invisibility would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Why?
Being able to, because I'm quite nosy, being a therapist is quite a nosy profession. You're quite interested in people's lives and what's going on in them. So with a bit of with invisibility, I could
You're gonna stalk your clients. You're gonna stalk your
what's
clients.
going on here?
AKA stalking. They're gonna leave, you're gonna jump in the car.
But I also quite like the idea of being not super strong necessarily, but being like Bruce Lee, just being able to fight really, really well.
Like a 4-time black belt. Yeah, no one can
Job
mess with
done.
you.
No one messing
No
with me.
one.
That would
It doesn't matter your size.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can literally mess up anybody.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Anyway.
Amazing. Well, that could be a blooper. That's a good thing. And then yours on. Yes,
Yeah.
yours on. Perfect. Comfortable?
Yeah.
Everything's good? Okay. So I'll take this. Yep. It's time. Let's go time. So I'll ask you these. Cool. So I'll pop this here. All right. And action. This is gonna be good blooper material. Put it at the beginning. All right. Okay. What side? This is the perfect time to get zen and. All right, what's going on, y'all? It's Charles with Triple B Fitness. I'm here with Sarah. She is also part of the TBF community. She's also one of my in-person clients. She's also a licensed therapist, and she's also a yoga instructor, and she does a lot of other different things. So, she's part of our community, our pro-women community. I'm glad I could just edit all this stuff. Oh, so good. What am I gonna say? So she also is leading our women's health and our mental health group chats in our Discord. So, and then what else we got? Yeah. All right. So yeah, introducing Sarah.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm very good today, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good. Besides this English weather, of course.
Yeah.
But we managed to make it work indoors in your fabulous yoga studio.
Yeah, my little yoga studio out here in the countryside.
Got all the little Buddhas and all that everywhere.
Yeah.
Got the purple set up. Love it. Love it. So we're coming today to talk about therapy, why it's important, and just a couple gee whiz questions that we will both speak on and get it directly from the source, the licensed professional. Also, your husband,
He's also a psychotherapist.
okay.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
working as we speak in our beautiful little clinic out the back there.
Nice. How long has he been doing it?
Oh, goodness, a very long time. More years than I can remember.
Yeah. So he
Yeah.
started it first and then.
He did. He's a natural therapist.
Okay.
People just kind of gravitated towards him for help, really, with their emotional, spiritual, psychological issues. And then, yeah, he eventually got a qualification.
Nice.
And then I followed suit.
Amazing. So that brings us to our first question.
Yeah.
How long have you been a therapist and what does therapy look like?
Okay, well, I have been a therapist for about 16 years now.
Okay.
I did have a break to raise my daughter. Like
Freya,
anybody,
Freya, she's
she's
14,
14 now, but I did take a few years off
Okay.
to be a mum, basically.
Nice.
We had a long journey to get her here, so I wanted to milk every moment. But been back in the saddle now for a while. And what does therapy look like? It's different for everybody, really, because everybody that comes is presenting something unique. So there's no one size fits all. There's no such thing.
Okay.
You know, two people can come to us with depression, say, but the reasons for that depression will be different. The manifestation might be the same, but the reasons will be different. So it's my job, our job as therapists, to get to the bottom of why that person is experiencing whatever it is they're experiencing in the moment.
Okay. Okay. So two different people can come to you with both with depressive disorders, and it could be a variation of different underlining things from childhood trauma and
Absolutely, yeah.
the adult trauma, different
Yeah.
experiences they had that could
Yeah.
literally put them in that state.
And it's like our job as therapists, it's like being a detective. So we have to look for the clues, we have to ask the right questions to determine what the root cause is. And, you know, like when you're gardening, you have a weed that you want to get rid of, you can cut the head off, that's great, but it'll come back again. So as a therapist, what we're doing is rather than putting a sticking plaster on what that person is feeling in the moment, like that's what happens when a person goes on antidepressants, for example. It's just a sticking plaster. It's just looking at the symptom. It's not looking at the cause. So we dig the garden, we get to the root, pull the problem up by the root.
Nice. I've never heard it explained like that before. That's interesting. Yeah, because a lot of people cover up things,
Yeah.
kind of like putting it under the bed or just, hiding it. But
Yeah.
the root cause, like you said, is still there.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, you really have to go within or go within them to get them to open up.
Yeah, absolutely.
and
And the thing is, when a lot of the time when people are experiencing issues with their mental health, their emotional health, whatever, I've lost my train of thought now.
It's okay. Yeah, okay.
That's it. So what's happening when they come is we have a little saying in psychotherapy, but we do anyway, and that is emotional thinking makes us stupid. And that's not meant in a disrespectful way. Okay, if you think about how you feel when you fall in love, for example, it's like you don't think, you're not in your normal brain. Okay, and it's the same when you're experiencing anger or depression or anxiety. Your brain isn't functioning in the way it normally does. So what is happening in therapy? You come to us and you're borrowing our brain. for a period of time so that we can unravel whatever is going on in there and bring you back to a place of balance.
Yeah, because usually they come to you when they're in an emotional state,
Yes.
but they're borrowing your brain, which is in a regular, non-attached to that whatever they have going on state.
Yeah.
So you're able to easily decipher and
Yeah.
help them navigate.
Yeah, we can get in there. It's like a raveled up ball of yarn. We can get in there and unravel it all and straighten out the pieces.
Like one of those little bouncy rubber balls, the rubber bands with the different colors.
Yeah.
Just
you can
trying to get in there is a little difficult though.
Yeah,
The yarn's probably easier.
that's what we do.
Ooh, like spaghetti in the brain. Let me just, what is it called? Operation?
Yeah, operation.
Amazing. That's
Occasionally
good.
you get a
Yeah, it's oh my gosh, I love it. Nice. Was there anything else? What therapy looks like? So walk me through a therapy session, like from just in a reduced version, maybe of
Okay.
like from start to how the session goes.
Right. Well, we don't work like normal therapists. So, regular therapists, if you go in the NHS or even in private practice, they generally sort of have a 55-minute to an hour session. We don't work like that. We have long sessions. And the reason we do that is because we have found through experience, somebody comes for their first session, for example. You get them settled in, you make them a cup of tea. There is always some housekeeping you have to do. You have to do GDPR forms, consent forms, all of that kind of thing. By the time you've done that, half the session is gone.
Yeah. Is that the initial onboarding?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So we don't have to do that every session.
Yeah.
So half the session is gone already, and you haven't got time to start therapy
Yeah.
with the person. And we want people to go away starting to feel better, if not feeling much better, in their first session.
Okay.
So we have our first session with people is usually 2 hours.
Wow.
So that gives us time to get the person in, get them settled, get all the paperwork out of the way, get them a cup of tea or whatever. And then we start the process of building a rapport
Okay.
with our client.
Okay.
Because it's the same with you and your clients. You have to get on
Yeah.
together, don't you?
Yeah.
And although we might have had an initial 15-minute telephone call with them, just to have a little chat, that doesn't necessarily mean that when you're there in person that you're going to have that rapport. So we spend some time building rapport, getting to know the person, and gradually through just talking, just having a normal conversation with them, they'll gradually start to open up. So usually by the last half hour of that first session,
Finally
they are
getting them to-
feeling comfortable enough to open up.
Yeah. And
can't-
therapy takes a while to
It
get
does.
someone to open up.
Because there's a lot of trust involved.
Yes, it is.
There's a lot of trust. You're going to therapy and you're opening up very deep parts of yourself that you may not have opened up to anybody before.
All yourself.
Or yourself, exactly. There are things going on there that you probably don't even realise.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. We want our clients to feel very happy, very comfortable and safe as well. Safety is a big one. They have to feel safe because, if you've got someone who's traumatised, for example, feeling safe is
The only
a
way.
massive issue.
It's the only way. I've met some people. We all have talked to a lot of different people. And yeah, some people go through a lot of different things. I mean, my job is part therapist. You know what I'm saying? I wish I was getting therapy, piss money. I'm just joking. But no, my job doesn't entail therapy, because you got to make sure someone's not just physically ready to go, mentally and emotionally,
Yeah.
and sometimes spiritually.
Yeah.
Like it's the whole 4 pillars of well-being are definitely, need to be in line
Yeah.
for that person just to do the physical side. That's
Yeah.
probably the last side is physical.
Yeah, yeah. It's all one big package, isn't it? It's holistic.
Yep.
And it's interesting, people do open up to you occasionally in their sessions, and there are certain professions out there where people do open up. Hairdressers, people open up to their hairdressers. Barbershops, the bartender.
Bartender.
That's a popular one, isn't it? Opening up to the bartender, and
Yeah, if you got time to open up to the bartender, you get your drink and go. Get your drink and move. He's shaking it up, and you just sitting there crying. Look. Here's the contact list. It's $9.95. There you go. Tap that. All right. No, but you're a bartender.
Yeah. And you have to wonder why. Why is that? Why do people open up to certain people in certain professions? And I think it's because, like, if you're having your hair done, you're trusting that person to be physical with you.
That's good.
And that feeling of touch is relaxing, stimulating the vagus nerve, brings arousal levels down, and you feel relaxed enough to be able to talk.
Wow.
Whether or not that person actually wants to hear what you're saying is another question.
Facts.
But that's what we're here for, therapists, because we want to hear. We want to hear
Yeah.
what you have to say.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I guess you do relax. And I mean, you also don't have a choice but to sit there for 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
So you can either just be quiet, hopefully there's TV, or just...
Yeah.
And just certain questions kind of probe you. And then like you said, certain professions, you just naturally know what questions to ask to make the first couple sessions go smoother.
Yep.
And then before you, like you said, rapport, and then boom, you come in, hey, what's going on? And y'all are laughing from the jump.
People generally have a really, if they go back to the same hairdresser time and time again, it's because they trust them and they feel comfortable with them. So it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you've got to
very
feel
true.
safe.
That's true.
It's quite
It's
personal,
intimate.
isn't it?
It's a
It's
little
intimate.
intimate. Just a little bit. Yeah.
yeah.
That's interesting. That's really good.
And what you do, it's quite intimate. You're looking at bodies. Mm-hmm. It's when I'm teaching yoga, I'm looking at bodies. When I've taught dance, it's really personal.
Yeah.
So.
And you're taking care of them.
Yeah.
I think that's another factor is making someone feel relaxed and comfortable, but also you're taking care of them. So you're like, this person's looking at my body, they want me to be better, they're giving me this, or they're doing my hair, they're doing my nails.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing, I don't know about giving me a drink, but now I guess it works because you're kind of reeling in your feelings. I'm just joking. Yeah. But on the other side, you're leveling them up in that moment. And so that is another factor of trust too.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That might be why I never wondered. I never knew. I'm like, lift more weights. Here, you need some more weight. You got 2 more reps. And then we just get close and become really tight off of me making it work hard. That's...
Well, I mean,
I know,
it's like in my sessions with you, you give me that little look, and I know he's going to put my weight up.
She's a chatterbox too.
I am a chatterbox.
And she goes hard, but yeah, sometimes she needs a little push.
But
here and there, more weight.
I actually know that's because you've got faith in me.
That's true.
To be able to do that. Yeah. And knowing someone has got faith in you to be able to lift something heavy and push that little bit harder, it actually makes you feel, oh, okay, I can do this. If I can do this, I can do other stuff as well.
That's facts. And it gives you a boost of confidence.
Yep.
And everything. Was that weird? We'll double back. I was going to talk about the habit keeping. We'll double back to that. Okay. Is there anything else you want roughly on what therapy looks like?
Well,
we covered a good amount, so it's up to you if we feel
it's it's very personal to the person.
Yeah.
You know, for some people, they might just need to talk it out.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Other people need specific techniques to help them deal with certain emotions and what they're feeling in their body, because a lot of the time, the anxiety or the depression, it will manifest somehow in their body. So we will give them ways of moving that energy, if you like, out in a positive way out of their body,
Yeah.
because that's what they need to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll just sit there and cry, and that's fine as well.
Yeah. That's the best way to go about most things. Just cry it out. More people need to cry.
Crying is good. Crying actually releases toxins from your body, which is why we do it.
Whoa. Whoa. That's interesting. What about sweat?
Sweat also releases
Same.
toxins, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason why working out makes you feel good, because you're sweating out toxins. Sometimes you're crying them out as well.
Boo-hooing.
But also at the same time, you're raising your levels of all the positive hormones, so your dopamine, serotonin, endorphins. And you know, it's anyone who's had a session with Charles, you'll know you'll get a hug at the end.
Yeah.
You're getting your oxytocin right there.
Yeah. We do give hugs, really good hugs. Hugs are nice.
Hugs are important.
Hugs are very important.
Did you know that a hug should be at least 20 seconds long to get the oxytocin release?
I think you mentioned that before, but that's a little bit long. 20 seconds is.
I know a lot of people feel very uncomfortable with that, but to get the benefit.
I think 5 seconds is it. I think after 5 seconds, you're like, is this like Titanic? Or is this the last hug? If I'm gonna sacrifice myself for you, or am I going to war? Do you know something I don't know? Because you are still holding on to me. It's been 6 seconds.
I actually met a friend in Tesco's yesterday that I haven't seen for ages, and we were like so pleased to see each other. We had this massive hug in the middle of Tesco's. It was at least 30 seconds long. It must have looked so weird.
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine.
What are these two women doing?
Are they shoplifting? Are they exchanging? Somebody's putting stuff in her bag? just go out. Just go out.
You're probably going to have to cut that bit because my husband just peered in the window.
Oh, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. We'll either chop it, I'll keep it. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. He's like, whoa.
He was.
Oh my gosh.
He's so cheeky.
Yeah. I thought somebody slipped there for a little bit. But yes, amazing. So, second question, why is it important? Did we kind of cover why is it important?
Whoa, why is therapy important? I mean, you know, let's be honest, some people won't need therapy at all. They'll just kind of like go through their life and just sort of take everything on the chin and they'll be fine. But everybody needs at least one person in their life that they can talk to completely, openly and honestly, warts and all. Some people might have a best friend that they can do that with, or a family member. But my experience is most people don't have someone generally in their lives that they can be completely themselves with. Wow. So that is where we come in. It's for someone to just come into our space and just go, take the facade off.
Yeah.
And just let everything flow with no judgment, no consequences. You know, what is said in those four walls stays in those four walls. So people can reveal the darkest, deepest parts of themselves that they don't feel that they can talk about to anybody else.
That's
And
interesting.
literally nothing shocks us anymore. We've heard it all.
All the skeletons in all the closets have
Yeah.
been.
Yeah. I mean, you know, take someone who's been traumatized because they have been abused really badly in the past. One of the things people in that space find really hard, they have guilt on board. They feel ashamed. They feel that what they have been through is just too shocking to talk about. And because we've basically heard stories that would literally, well, it's made my hair curl. But seriously, we've heard stories that would make your toes curl. And when that person realises that we are not shocked, we're not judging them, we're not pointing fingers at them, we are just there listening and understanding. That's why therapy is important, because there's so much judgment in the world.
Yeah. That's deep. That's deep. I didn't even really think about that. Not many people have someone to talk to.
Yeah.
I was still stuck on that one. I mean, because even with me and you know, my clients and stuff, yeah, some people will message me. They stop working with me. You know, they follow their own path, and then they'll still hit me up. You know, once a week or every 2 weeks, or they'll send me a progress photo. They'll send me a workout video, something, and I'm like, man. You know, once I kind of stop doing, it's not good or bad way, but once I kind of I move from someone, I kind of move. It's not like, unless we were friends, you know, it's not, it's business, kind of, right? You do build a relationship, but I notice some people do double back, and just to talk, you
Yeah.
know, and that's it makes sense, because I think that too. You know, somebody messaging me, I'm like, do you not have anybody? It's not a bad thing, right? But you
Yeah.
think like, man, you don't have anybody else to. Some people really don't.
Some people really don't.
They really don't. They really don't have anybody else.
You know, if they've come from a background where the people that are supposed to make them feel safe
Yeah.
have not made them feel safe. Generally speaking, that person will then get into a relationship that also doesn't make them feel safe. They haven't got that sense of feeling secure enough to be able to open up and talk to people. They don't trust people.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, if you don't get it from home as a
Yep.
child, you don't get it from your caretaker, whoever that was. Some people are in like adoption homes and all kinds of stuff they've been through growing up. So they never had that sense of security. And like you said, then you try to jump out to the world, find a relationship that's some safe space, because we all know we need it. We don't know, but our body tells us when something releases, when we find someone that gives us enough, and then we just, like you said, those emotions,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like, this is what you probably most of the, I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10, you probably know the stats, but more times than none, it's probably something that the caretaker, a parent, used to be like.
Yeah.
Probably very familiar.
Yep. They are the people that we learn from.
Yeah.
You know, so if you grow up in a house where the parents are constantly arguing, for example, that is a template for your future relationships, because that's how a relationship works. But the thing is, it's not set in stone. You know, a lot of this, there's generational trauma, for example. It's passed down from generation, you know, all these templates. It can stop. With the right help, someone could go, right, no more, this is not going to be passed down anymore.
Either, and like you said, either they identify that or they find a therapist or someone similar that helps them unlock a pattern that they probably didn't start, but that's been passed down or in America, we say a generational curse.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then you can start working on fixing that.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, like you said, you don't know, and it just keeps going
Just keeps rolling and
man. Yeah, generational trauma is serious. I think, is that most of the things that y'all deal with? Things that that person might not have exactly started?
yeah,
but
there is quite a lot of that. But there's also you know, people that they've had perfectly lovely upbringings, and then they might have been in a bad car accident. Something traumatic has happened to them, or you know, sometimes it seems benign, but it can just be like a really bad breakup with somebody can send a person tumbling into a dark space, dealing with serious illness, bereavement. You know, some people, nothing bad has happened to them in their lives, and then someone they love passes away,
Oh,
and suddenly their world comes crashing down around them.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, these things that bring people to us, they can happen. They can have roots at any stage.
That can happen to
their life,
anybody.
and it can happen to anybody.
You never know. One day can change your life.
Exactly. I
Literally.
mean, I remember the first time I experienced real anxiety. And trust me, I've been there. You know, so when people come to me and they go, I have crippling anxiety, I can say, I know exactly how you feel. It's horrible. But the first time I experienced it, I was like, what the flip is happening to me? Because everything had been hunky-dory up until that moment.
And I actually experienced one of those moments with you.
Yeah,
Probably your most recent one. And
Yeah.
that was a 2-month ordeal.
it was.
That shook you up.
It really did.
No, you literally, your whole, everything was just imbalanced.
Yeah.
Your rhythm, your flow,
I
your sleep.
became unfunctional.
Yeah.
I could not function.
Food, sleep, training,
Everything.
paranoia,
Yeah.
everything revolved. It looped right back to that incident.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have even been a thing. But
Yeah.
wow.
So,
Something simple can go.
but so you know, it's like nobody is immune.
Yeah.
Nobody's immune.
Nobody.
Shit happens to everyone.
Yep. If you didn't know, you're not special. No one's special. Everyone gets the wrong side of the long stick. Literally.
Yeah.
It just depends on how you want to get on with it.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Yeah. So man, my life and oh, their life is so and my life is like, no, they just choose to do stuff differently and roll with the punches. They don't just sit there and be the punching bag. You know. Yeah.
I think the other thing that's interesting is when you look back sort of through our ancestry, wherever in the world you come from, really, community is another big thing. So, in centuries ago, when we lived in small communities, the community was reliant on each other.
Facts.
And support came from within the community. So if someone was in trouble, there was community there. You know, people rarely moved out of the village that they were born and raised in, and everybody knew everybody. Okay, everyone knew everybody else's business.
Yeah, that too.
But, which is a blessing and a curse.
Yes. But
people were there for each other. People helped with the child rearing. You know, even when I was growing up, if we were all playing out in the street, we knew that there was an adult in one of the nearby houses looking out for us. And if one of us was playing up, little slap upside the head. I'm not condoning hitting children
No,
in any way,
but
shape, or form.
hey, but your experiences are your experiences.
But it was sort of, there's a saying, it takes a village to raise a child.
Factual.
And that support is not there anymore.
No, and everyone's like, this is my child, and this, and we do this, and everyone's so isolated and keeps everything in their house. They don't.
Yeah.
And it makes it harder,
It does.
when other people can't get involved, and then all the responsibilities are on yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got to get your kid from school. You got to teach them everything. You got 3 adults, and the village, like you said, you got multiple people with different skills because not everybody's good at everything.
Yep. Exactly.
They're good at this. They're good at that. They're good at utilize it. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That's very true.
yeah.
That's very true.
So
Okay.
that's why therapy is important, because basically society is a little bit broken right now.
A lot of it. But yes. It's a lot going on. But would you say therapy, this will be the last bit on why it's important. Would you say is therapy more popular now than when you started?
Oh, yes, for sure. And you know when it started becoming more popular? Pandemic. Yeah. And it hasn't let up since.
Just been driving.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think the pandemic revealed a lot of issues to a lot of people. I think people realised that they were covering up a lot of problems that when they were suddenly isolated at home came to the surface.
When you're locked inside and you can't go out and you can't do X, Y, and Z, you have to sit with you can't just be too busy anymore.
You can't pretend.
Can't run.
Yeah, you can't pretend anymore.
And the 4 walls just going crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm not surprised with that. I'm not surprised. Even fitness has really went crazy since the pandemic. It's a whole bunch of, I'll say, more health, well-being kind of movements happening in the world now, which is really, really good because it's been slacking and lacking for a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's like a little reset, but not because we still got a whole bunch of other stuff going on, but a little reset in the right direction.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, therapy is important.
It is important.
Very, very much so. Perfect. And Sarah, your final third question. What are some of the positive benefits and effects that therapy gives or has?
Well, I think we've kind of covered quite a lot of that
Yeah.
already. But I mean, I think mainly.
Now, what do people gain from it?
Yeah. I think people can get a lot of things from it. A sense of understanding themselves and what makes them tick, because not everybody realises what makes them feel the way they feel, do the things they do, behave in the ways that they do. It enables self-reflection. And, like we were just saying about the pandemic, it takes away the layers of ego.
Ooh.
And it helps people find them true selves. And to find balance and peace. That is our main objective, is to help people find peace. That's what we want, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
To find peace.
Peace internally, externally, and the way that you kind of go about and socialize with others. Just being a better headspace, maybe probably understanding your patterns, like you said, ego, be able to uncover that, understand why you do what you do when you do it. That's ego.
Yeah.
And when you uncover that, you can actually be like a person, humanity. You can tap into
a full human being.
There we go.
Yeah.
A well-rounded human being that is a positive impact on others around them.
Yeah. And, just to feel comfortable in your skin
Yeah,
as well.
that's
You know,
amazing.
it's like a lot of people, they don't fully understand why they respond to situations in certain ways, and you know, why are they full of anger, why are they feeling this or that. And our job is to help them understand why, what they can do about it, and how they can stay in that
Balanced,
balanced,
peaceful
peaceful place
state of mind.
and deal with the stuff that happens to all of us, and how to deal with that stuff when it arises
Yes.
without going back
Yep.
into that dark space.
Not reverting,
Yeah.
actually transcending and staying on an elevational,
Yeah.
you know, platform, projection. That's really good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sarah. Those were excellent, excellent answers. We covered a lot, so it's gonna be really good. Chop that up and all that
Yeah,
good
good
stuff.
luck with that.
Yes, she's giving me some work to do, but it's good. Sarah always gives me work to do. But no, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yes. Boom.
That wasn't a 30-second hug.
That wasn't. That was 4 seconds.
Yeah.
I told y'all 5 is the max. It's the max.
No oxytocin for you.
Oh my gosh. All right. Great job. Great stuff. So, I'm probably going to cut that in 3 pieces. It'll probably be 3 different videos on
Yeah.
you. Now, I'm probably might get 3 videos out of me. I'm going to see how quick I cover them. But that was freaking, that's phenomenal. Freaking phenomenal. Amazing. So now you're the interviewer, Sarah.
So, Charles. So,
So English.
I'll put my teeth back in. So, Charles, you have therapy yourself.
Yes.
What brought you to therapy? He's not in therapy with me. That would be completely inappropriate.
Yes. I'm in therapy with my therapist, Antonio. Big shout out to Antonio. He lives in Cambridge or whatnot. So, but I've been in therapy for 2 years. It is really, really good. I really greatly enjoyed therapy. I went into therapy originally for the wrong reason, because I was in a relationship, and I was told I needed to go because of X, Y, and Z, the most commonly said things to the other person, whatever. So maybe something's wrong with me. Let me go to therapy and see if I'm a narcissist. I'm a control and this and, all that, whatever. So, started it and started really enjoying it, because I think it gives you a space where you can just talk about you. You literally talk about you. It's not about them. It's not a combination of a conversation. It's not a back and forth. It is one-sided. One person listens, asks really great, deep, educated questions, and then you get to respond, and they're reading you as you're ticking and moving, and it really opens you up a lot. I've greatly benefited so much in my last 2 years of therapy. It's just a lot of different things that you don't know that you have going. And like you said, we spoke about before, is childhood trauma. The relationship you have with your parents, your family members, your siblings, sometimes your relatives, aunts, uncles,
Yeah.
sadly. And then just some friends you might have been around, and some things you might have done with them that you hid from everybody else, are secrets that just never were able to leave you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, really, therapy really just makes you. What was the question? It was,
What brought you to
what
therapy?
brought me to therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah, what brought me to therapy? Yeah, it was really, once I started it, it was for me to open see what it was about, and then opened up. And as I kept having my sessions, I started to really love it, enjoy it, and I wanted more of it. I
Yeah.
really felt like this is my time because, as a fitness coach, I'm the therapist in a sense. I listen to everyone else and what they got going, and then what issues they have, and keep up with their life and help them navigate it so they can keep doing what I need them to do physically. But that's on the mental and emotional, and maybe
Yeah.
spiritual side. But yeah, it's like, oh, this is my time. So
Yeah.
sitting down and talking with him for an hour. It was every week, and then I moved it now to every other week, every other Thursday. So, and that's all I need now because we're in a really good place. So, but I do need it every other week because, yeah, it's just what's going on with you. And last time we were talking about this.
It's
Where you at with this?
it's nice to have someone that is checking in on you.
Yeah,
How are you?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Did you know that therapists have to have therapy?
yeah.
Yeah. So we have supervisors
I can imagine.
that we go and talk to about any things that are happening in our lives, but also, if we've got situations that we're not too sure about with clients, obviously confidentiality, but,
Yeah. You can give the general
we
scope.
can get a wider view of the situation.
Okay.
And also, sometimes we hear things, nothing shocks us, but sometimes it can get on top of you. So we need to be able to go, bleh. Also,
Just pass a little bit off.
pass a little bit
It's
on.
getting
Yes.
real heavy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So therapists have therapists. I have heard that before, but it makes so much sense. And it's like what I'm kind of doing, getting me some therapy to speak on me and what I got going and how I'm navigating. So yeah, therapy is
So when you started therapy, were you reluctant to start because you were told you had to do it?
I think I had the negative connotation of it, and it was more of an ego, pride
Yeah.
thing. I'm good. I read books. I'm on YouTube, and yes, all those things help. But it's kind of somebody else's story. This is actually you sharing and spreading your story, which is amazing. So yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
So what were your preconceived notions about going into therapy? Like, what myths had you heard about therapy that have now been dispelled?
What myths? Myths. Only crazy people go to therapy. Only if you're deranged. Only if you've suffered something ridiculously traumatic. Strong people don't go to therapy, or if you seem to be okay, seem to be fine, seem to be a normally operating human being, that you don't need therapy. And it's seen as weakness. Therapy is seen as weakness in all communities, but I would say the more men need to do therapy. And I'm a black man, so I'm gonna say even more so, black men need to do therapy. But just men in general, I think, need to do more therapy. Women do, but women also have their communities.
Yeah, women are more prone to talking, as you know,
Yep.
to each other. So we often find support within our community of women. And I think men are generally more reluctant to open up about their innermost feelings to each other.
Yep. Because we got to be alpha,
Yeah.
masculine. But that's interesting because you have to be in tune with your femininity, as well as your masculinity. It's a yin yang, and we both have both.
Yeah.
Now, we have more testosterone than estrogen, but besides that, biological aspect, when it comes to femininity and masculinity, that needs to be 50-50, I think. I think 50-50. I think if you have the right balance, you know when to be more soft, more in tune, more intellectual, more in control of your emotions, but also being able to be direct, aggressive, assertive, dominating, but also knowing when to, be coachable. I mean, you have to, it's a whole globe of different talent skills that you need to get in line.
Being human is complex.
Yes, it is. Very. There's no book. We need a book. So if I can write a book on all the complexities of being a human being,
Well, there is kind of a book. It's not necessarily a guidebook, though. It's called the DSM-5,
oh,
which is the manual for psychiatrists. It's got every known mental health issue known to human beings in it. It doesn't necessarily give any solutions to those problems.
just let you know what it
It's
is.
a diagnosis book.
Yeah. And they got different versions, right? Like
Yeah.
every year or whenever they update it.
They update it occasionally.
But then the four digits stay the same. It's just version.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I did a little bit of I actually basically I claim it. I'm 2 credits away, but I studied behavioral psychology, and I'm 2 classes away from having my bachelor's, so I'm claiming it. So I did a lot of studies with psychology and sociology and just behavioral analysis and very interesting stuff. You learn a lot of fun facts about
Yeah, you do.
humans.
But I found when I did my psychology degree, you learn a lot about the human condition, but it also leaves you with an awful lot of questions at the same time.
Yes, it does.
It's like, what is consciousness? It makes you think. What is consciousness? It's known as the hard question in psychology because nobody really knows.
Because you got the conscious, the unconscious, the
Yeah.
subconscious.
Yeah. All these different layers.
Yeah.
And yeah, I found myself with a lot of questions after my degree.
Did this help me or did it put me further back in life?
So much so I went and did a master's in psychotherapy. Maybe this will answer the questions for me.
I don't get it. I don't understand anything. I thought I had this much going for me and I don't. Sometimes when you learn too much, they say the more you learn, like you said, the more questions you have,
Yeah.
or the more you learn, the less you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I think psychology is one of those things.
Yeah.
It's deep and wide.
Yeah. Facts, for sure. It's like a black hole, but you never come out of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Good stuff. That was really good. That was good.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready for number 2. What was it? Because the first one
Oh,
was.
but no, we've done number 2. I slid
Oh
it
yeah.
in.
Oh, myths about therapy. Oh, you
I
did.
slid it in.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Good.
So, your therapy journey so far,
Okay.
how is it going? I mean, you've already said that you're really enjoying the process, actually. Yeah. But what are some of the things you've learned about yourself, about other people, life in general?
That's a good question. How's my therapy journey going, and what are some things I've learned? I would say my therapy journey is going amazing. I feel like I'm a better person, human being from the 2 years I've been in therapy. It helps me in my job, helps me with my clients, helps me being a dad, helps me in the future, my next partner. It just helps me be, well, just good in every area because I'm better, and I know more about myself. I know where I'm going wrong. I know where I'm going right. I know what I need to focus on. I know what I need to dismiss and disregard and dislodge from my membrane, like all the way. So it's going great. Now, what have I learned? Man, I learned a lot. I've learned a lot. A lot of stuff stems from, but I speak on for myself, my childhood journey, my relationship kind of with my parents. I kind of had a split household. Um, I'm the only child from my mom and my dad. And then from there, they had other kids, but they're all my half brothers. So yeah, I have 6 younger brothers. But yeah, just having a split household, I felt like isolated. I didn't get to see my dad as much as I wanted to. Um, I was able to see my mom. I mean, I live with my mom, but I have 5 brothers in that household, so I didn't get as much attention. I was the oldest, so a lot of responsibility was put on me. In a sense, I wasn't a dad, but I was the oldest of 5 boys. So there's a lot of things that I felt like I missed out on, or yeah, it's just a lot of pressure to sports, a lot of pressure to be great, go get rich, go, you know, just a lot of pressure. You know, and as a boy, you always want to help your mom.
Yeah.
You always want to be there. I have my stepdad. He's amazing. Big shout. Love y'all. But yeah, it's just a lot of pressure to be great. So yeah, I had to get through a lot of my childhood things, my friendships, some of my relationships in my earlier years of dating when I was 19 to probably 30. Yeah, the military. I spent 9 years in the military in the Air Force. So a lot of the bases I went to, I adapted detachment issues because you're there for 2 years and you leave, you leave. So you start forming this disconnection bond or detachment from people because you go, oh man, you going here, you're like, and that's hard.
Yeah.
But the next time it gets easier and it gets easier until when you get to a place where you're like, I'm here. When I'm gone, I'm gone, and that wears on you, you know. So, yeah, it's a yes. I've discovered a lot in my journey so far, and I would highly advise anybody at least give it a try. You know, like once, you know, twice, and all therapists are different. You have to find a therapist that you like, that you mesh with, you bond with. And if you have any inkling and you're like, you know, after your first session, you maybe try 2. But after your first session, you're like, I don't know about that. Try somebody else. But I can almost guarantee you, when you find the right person for you, you're gonna be proud. It's really gonna be beneficial to your whole life.
Absolutely. And, you know, if you've got a therapist who's a good therapist, but you feel you're not getting on with that person, a good therapist will not be offended. So don't stay with somebody just for fear of upsetting or offending them. A good therapist, you know, it's written into our client agreement that you can end therapy at any point and you don't have to give a reason.
No.
You know, if you're not a good fit, you're not a good fit. You know, not everybody gets on with everybody.
No, and therapy is
So
deep.
it's
Therapy is
very deep. You have
very
to feel
interpersonal.
Yeah.
That's almost as interpersonal as a relationship, like being with somebody. I mean,
Sometimes
it could be
being
deeper.
in therapy is, as you say, deeper. It's can be much more intimate than
Very much more.
on a psychological level
Yeah.
than a relationship with a spouse or
A partner,
you know, a
because
partner,
anybody can. I mean, sometimes most times you talk to your therapist about deeper stuff than you will tell your partner.
yeah.
You know, there's things you come out of therapy. How'd it go? Went great. You know, and you're like, man, I'll never tell this person what I just told my therapist.
Yeah, exactly. Because somebody who's not trained to be able to deal with certain emotional psychological issues would find it too overwhelming. They wouldn't know what to do. That's the problem. Is most people, it's like you say, oh, this happened to me when I was a child. Most people would be like, I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
I don't know
Or
what to say or do.
yeah. Or they might not know how to respond. Like you
Yeah.
said, they might judge you.
Yeah.
That could ruin your relationship.
Yep.
You
Absolutely.
did what? You experienced what? You're like,
Yeah.
wow. My therapist allowed me to say that. It was cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, some things got to be safeguarded. But yeah, therapy's great. Even someone like myself, that's weight trained for 21 years, a fairly successful fitness coach and natural IBB pro bodybuilder. It's been very beneficial to myself. A lot of times I go to the gym to mentally fight my battles, at least in the past. It will be there to kind of hang on. And most people that go to the gym more for mental than
Yeah.
physical. Yeah. So I think it's another outlet besides not really destroying your body. You break it and it rebuilds stronger. But it's other outlets than alcohol and smoking and drugs and the gym is a great alternative, but a therapist is also a great healthy alternative. So yeah, I highly suggest it for anybody.
Yep.
Amazing. Well, yeah, I think that was my 3 as well. So that was phenomenal. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes. So, man, that was really good. That was really good. So, anybody that's looking for therapy, So anybody that's looking for therapy in the TBF community, Sarah here is your gal. Like I said, she also will be heading the women's health and the mental health chat. I'll be in there as well. She will give discounted rates of therapy that anybody wants from her that's in our community. And she's always in there to chat with. So if you're a part or if you're not a part yet, she's around, so I would definitely be a part of you, especially if you've never had therapy. You got a good synopsis and background from her, and I highly suggest it. So,
Look forward to hearing from you. Just drop me a DM.
in the DMs. Love it. Good stuff. Amazing. That was so
fun.
good.
That was fun.
That was good.